Suppose you want to feed some alphanumeric values or information in your app while it's running on TV. How will you do that? For this, I'm going to show you a sample project that I've made. We're going to show you how you can incorporate a keyboard. Now in the config.xml file, there are no exceptional changes. So we move on to index.html file. Here, to make use of the keyboard, you need to include ime2.js. It is a common module which has to be included in the head tag. Now, this has to be linked with the input box, which are basically of two types: text box and password. When this page is loaded, a main.showime function will be called. This is defined in the main.js file. There's the anchor, on which, when the focus is set, will respond to onKeyDown event by calling onKeyDown function defined again in the main.js file. Now, I'm going to show you the styling properties of the divs. Width, height, top, position, etc. have been defined here. We now go to main.js. This is where all JavaScript code is. I've initiated the variables of the common modules. Here's a null object. The showime function has been defined here, inside which I initiate an input of the type input, in which I pass the ID of the text box, sendReady event to inform the application manager that the app is ready to be displayed, the onKeyDown function, which will respond to key press when the focus is set on anchor. Every time we press down, up, enter, left or right key, showime function will be called. The input function has been defined here, where using the ime shell I create the ime objects. 3 parameters are required for this: the ID of the text box, a callback function which is required when the objects are created, and I'm passing en for English as the language. In general, it is set to default. Set keypad pause function to specify the position of keyboard where it will appear when the app is running on TV. The callback function imeReady will set the focus on the input box, and install status callbacks will be called, inside which, using the setKey function, I have mapped callback function for each key. So suppose if I press enter when the ime keyboard is visible, it will read the value of the input box and it will display in the div event info here. Similarly, other callback functions have been defined. When I press return, the callback on return will be called, the focus will be shifted to anchor, text box and div event info will be cleared, and the ime will disappear. Now I'm going to run the emulator to show you how actually it looks like. So here is our keyboard. You can change the language by pressing the shift key. Now pressing the corresponding keys, you can insert any alphanumeric value. You can insert numbers. Now when I press enter, the information in the text box should be displayed, and here it is. Now when I press return key, as soon as the focus shifts away from the text box or the input box, the IME disappears. To bring it back, I will again press enter. The focus reappears, and so does the IME keyboard. So this is how you can make use of a keyboard to insert information in your app. Thank you.